Hey there, it's Russ Thornton with WealthCareRevolution.com, and today I want to talk briefly about which 8% return is best. In this spreadsheet, there are some assumptions that will hold true throughout the following screens that I'm going to share with you. We're going to assume that a client wants to have $2 million at the end of 10 years. They're going to start today with a portfolio of $750,000. Each and every year for the 10 years, they're going to save $25,000. In year 3, they're going to add $75,000 to the portfolio that came from a bonus. In year 5, they're going to add $125,000 to the portfolio that came from an inheritance. And in the 7th year, they're actually going to withdraw $250,000 from the portfolio to fund a worldwide vacation for their extended family. The goal is to still have the $2 million at the end of the 10-year period to purchase a home. In order to make the numbers work, the clients would have to experience an annual return of 8.12% each and every year of this analysis, which I can guarantee is not going to happen. But if we're not going to get 8.12% each and every year, and we can't control the order or the sequence in which we experience returns, how does that impact our planning? Well, here's a couple of scenarios to illustrate the difference the timing or sequence of returns can make on dollar wealth. In each of these scenarios, in each of these columns, we're still showing an average return over the 10-year period of 8.12%. But if you look at this first column, for example, we're starting with a 25% return followed by 2 more 25% returns, then an 8.3, and so on and so forth. In the last 3 years, we actually experienced 3 consecutive negative returns. In the second column, you'll notice that these are the exact same returns that we've illustrated in column 1. However, we've moved the 3 negative returns from the last 3 years to the first 3 years. This makes a meaningful difference. In the first column, where we experience the negative returns at the end of the period, or the end of the 10 years, we come in about $76,000 below our $2 million goal at $1.923 million. However, if we take the losses early when we have smaller amounts of money in the portfolio, we actually wind up with $259,000 more than our $2 million goal. And this can be pretty meaningful when you're looking to make financial decisions and making financial plans for yourself and your family. Between the results just shown in these two examples, that's a range of $336,000 above or below the goal of $2 million. So while many people on Wall Street and most financial advisors focus on average returns that you achieve over time, it's really important to consider the potential volatility and the swings in those returns that you get year to year. Again, this isn't something that any of us can exert any control over, but it's important to not get so focused on average returns that we lose sight of the risk and the volatility that we could receive from each year to year and the impact that that volatility could have on real dollar wealth. One final thing I'll note is in this first column, remember our goal is to have $2 million at the end of 10 years. But you'll notice if you look at the dollar returns, in year 5 we actually have $2.2 million. So we actually achieve our goal 5 years early. So a good conversation that I would have as in implementing the wealth care management process with a client would be, well, we achieved your goal early, let's go ahead and buy the house and we don't have to subject this money to any further risk. Or we could instead say, let's purchase the house but keep the $200,000 in the portfolio and maybe plan to achieve another goal that maybe we had discounted or not included in the first iteration of the plan. So again, it's not a set it and forget it methodology or strategy. It's something that needs to be looked at and reviewed on an ongoing basis, not to micromanage, not to forecast, not to predict what we think is going to happen, but to make the right adjustments and corrections along the way to account for and adjust to the volatility that is inevitable in the markets. For more information about this and the type of work I do with WealthCare, please visit WealthCareRevolution.com. Thanks.